Chess opening are the core thing any player should learn when starting to play the game. It's a way to set yourself up for success from the beginning and gain an advantage over your opponent. Learning different openings, when to play each one, and how to counter your opponent's opening is crucial. But there are some openings nobody should ever learn or even play in the game because they are a disaster waiting to happen. Like the London, for example. Who plays that? Okay, no, that was a joke. If you want to play the London, there's nothing I can do to stop you. But there are some actually really weird openings, and in this video, we're going through the worst of the worst. Starting off, we have a popular meme-like weird opening that was played by Magnus and Hikaru as a way to troll each other and have a laugh. They did not create it, but they made it popular. The Bongcloud. The Bongcloud opening is simply starting with e4, and whatever your opponent plays, your next move is king to e2. Why, you may ask? Well, just for the laugh and disrespecting your opponent in the process. It also got a lot of recognition after self-renowned Bongcloud master Andrew Frappe published a free ebook named Winning with the Bongcloud. Next, we have a weird opening called the Despresso opening, which is probably the worst way to start your chess game. What makes it the worst? Well, it starts with the pawn move h4. What does it do, you may ask? Nothing. It does absolutely nothing to your position, and you're just losing an advantage and a turn. The opening move h4 was named after French player Marcel Despresso. However, like many other rare openings, it has some alternate names, such as Cadas opening, Anti-Borg opening, or Samurai opening. Another version of this opening is the Wulumulu opening. Yes, this is a real chess opening name, and it comes after h4, e5, and then d4. Silly openings require silly names. Now, if you're a fan of Pepsi, this opening is your worst enemy. It is called the Coca-Cola Gambit, or also known as the double grop. It starts with g4, and after your opponent for some weird reason decides to mimic you and play g5, you play f4, the Coca-Cola Gambit. Why would you play it, you may ask? I don't know honestly, I'm just here to let you know about it. This next weird opening was even played by Magnus Carlsen. Does it make it less weird? I mean, he still played it in the Pro Chess League. It is called the Drunken Knight opening, or Drunken Knight Attack, and it's just as the name says. A knight that is drunk decides to move to h3 instead of the usual and most common f3, putting it on the rim, where it's dim, and doing nothing to control the center or gain any advantage. Now we have the Fried Fox or Pork Chop opening. The names are getting weirder and weirder. This opening starts with f3. After black plays a common e5, you play a highly uncommon and not recommended ever by anyone, king to f2. The origin for its name is unknown, but it will give white a winning chance of 0% almost all of the time. The Hillbilly Attack. The worst opening for Caro-Kann lovers, as it directly makes fun of it and is, well, completely useless. It starts with the regular e4 from white. After black plays c6 starting with the Caro-Kann, white plays the move bishop c4. This move does nothing to prevent d5, but hey, at least you developed a piece. However, this opening is actually playable, and world champion Magnus Carlsen himself used it to beat Tomaszewski in a Blitz game in World Blitz Championship 2015. Before I move on to the Nescafe Frappe Attack, a stunning opening with an amazing name, and teach you more about weird chess openings that are statistically useless, I want to let you know about the best way to learn math, computer science, or data science that doesn't cost thousands of dollars or take years and years of schooling. It's actually free and easy. That way you can spot useless chess openings statistically before even playing them, or learn your favorite topic for free. I am talking about the sponsor of today's video, Brilliant.org. Let's say you want to learn more about probability and statistics in order to spot the worst openings of all time. You can do that easily with Brilliant.org, a fun and interactive way to learn with thousands of lessons from basics to advanced topics and more added every month. Whatever your skill level, Brilliant customizes content to fit your needs and lets you solve at your own pace. In this probability course, for example, you have many subtopics you can choose to learn, like a basic introduction, applied probability, and even learn more about casino probability. This is just one of the countless courses you can learn at Brilliant.org. To try everything Brilliant has to offer free for a full 30 days, visit Brilliant.org/RookMoves or click on the link in the description down below. The first 200 of you will get 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription. Back to our weird openings. If you're feeling tired, nothing better than a coffee to wake you up. Or this chess opening called Nescafe Frappe Attack. Yes, that's what it's called. The story behind the name of the opening is awesome. First of all, you need to know what a coffee house player is. A coffee house player is an adjective used to describe a player or style of play characterized by risky, positionally questionable play that sets traps for the opponent. Back in 1987, there was a certain game between Collins and Tebb. Tebb won after a speculative sacrifice, and the winner was nicknamed the King of Coffee House. Later next year, a Cambridge student and a future FIDE master, Graham Burgess, faced Tebb with the white pieces and won using the Nescafe Frappe Attack. This win inspired him so much that he went on to write a whole book about the system and giving it the official name. The opening is the following: pawn d4, knight f6, c4 c5, d5 b5, pawn takes on b5, a6, knight c3, a pawn takes on b5, e4 b4, knight on b5, d6, and then bishop c4. Surprisingly, this variation seems plausible and playable, but the name is very funny, so I thought I'd mention it. And finally, we have a weird but easy opening called the crab opening, which creates a crab claw-like shape on the board. It is simply advancing your A and H pawns as your first two moves. You see the crab shape? No? Well, me neither, but this is what it's called and it's useless. You shouldn't play it. Another variation of this amazing sophisticated opening is the creepy crawl formation, where instead of moving your A and H pawns 2 squares up, you just move them 1 square up each. Don't ask me why. Just subscribe, and thank you for watching.